Tell them run it off.
What is going on? What is going on, everybody in the house? What is going on? Wake up in Cleveland every single morning.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
Tell them run it off. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
Tell them run it off. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
Tell them run it off. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
Tell them run it off.
Okay, 222, check. 222. All right, check 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me out there? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. 222, check. 222. There we go. That's better. Sorry, I have a little daughter saying good morning to me. Okay, let's try this again. It's one of those days. All right, so let's get some of this stuff off of here. And let's bring this banner off here because we're no longer having tech troubles, right? Tech troubles are gone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to Wake Up in Cleveland. Tuesday through Thursday, we're still working out all the details, but Tuesday through Thursday is when we're going to have this thing going on. I hate the fact that this is in white. It's harder to see. So in case you guys were wondering, I am now using a little app known as StreamYards. And took a minute to get used to again. To be honest with you, I've been so embedded in StreamYards, even though they're very close to being the same. There's still some things that they do differently. So, got to work through those things. Got to work through all these things. Sky High Mama, happy Tuesday. Thank you so much. DJ Everready in the house. What is going on, fam? That's the Snapback Crew. Make sure you follow the Snapback Crew. We got Walter Vargas on the YouTube side. We got Mighty Rel in the house. What's going on, fam? B staying in the house. Snapback's coming in full force today. Old man in the chair. What's going on? Queso, good to see you. Diamond Lee, Ray McGuffey, Friedland Merville? Friedland? Something like that. Uh, T Diesel in the house. Who else we got in the house? Who else we got in the house? We got Cold Frank. Cold Frank in the house. And anybody else that I haven't mentioned so far? Big Scully in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. DJ8. B-Fit in the house. I swear to God, this white is going to drive me nuts. I wonder if I can change the background color of this thing. It does not appear that I can. Huh. Well, you can't have everything, right? Can't have everything. Squad in the house. Flav's in the house. And let's see, anybody else we got in here? Anybody else we got in here? Okay, so we should probably get this going a minute. So I moved this thing to later in the day because, well, 9 is just a little too early for me. A little too early. And I'm looking at myself and it looks like I'm darker than I need to be. And that's not a racial thing. Okay. That's a little better. All right. Here's here's the thing. Literally, I'm doing everything. Okay, so in case you guys were wondering, this setup, since you guys probably follow me on YouTube, this setup is my talking head setup. It's where I do all my videos. It's also where I DJ. It's where I do all my testing. It's a little bit of everything at this thing. This table is multi-tiered. Just as a top piece. If I remove this top piece, then you're going to see the system right underneath here. So I set this up because I was tired of having to like try to move my turntables off or whatever I was using or testing to move it off. But then if I'm doing specific types of reviews where I may be reviewing a small controller, I didn't want to remove my turntables or set the controller on top of the turntables. That's ghetto. So what ends up happening is I built this table. So it's actually 2 tiers. I have the base table. And then because my turntables were just too low for me, I built a stand to raise up the table itself. Probably could have bought a new table, but I needed something that was going to be very, very stable. And then this guy has its own little legs and it sits on top of that table. So that's where I am. Oh man. So hopefully you guys have watched the last video that I did. Basically it was what was the video I did? Oh, my thoughts on the Pioneer DJ Flex 6. So make sure you guys take a look at that when you get a chance. Not right now. Don't leave right now to watch my video. Watch the video after. J Roche, or is it Rose? You guys and your names, man. We got to work on all the names in here. Okay. Thank you, Queso. Appreciate that. All right. So, as you guys all know, we do have DJ Icy Ice from the mighty Beatjunkies crew. It's one of those mornings, man. I still got to wake my brain up. The mighty Beatjunkies crew. He's in the green room right now waiting to get on. So this should be fun. And then also we are going to move right from here straight into Icy Ice's channel. And we're going to watch the man do his thing. So we're going to raid him right afterwards. So it's always a good time. Ice puts on a hell of a show. Good dude. He's a good dude. And he's got a super good low voice. You don't see that too often. You know, I'm a typecast right now. So I don't know if you guys, what was his name? He used to be on, it wasn't The Beat. No, it was The Beat. Oh, I got to think about this. I can't remember his name. I'm sure Ice remembers his name. And he had the lowest, sickest, yes, Theo had the lowest, sickest voice, Asian dude. And, but nobody knew he was Asian. And then I went to the first ever summer jam. And then he came out and I was like, I literally jaw dropped. Not because he was Asian, but because he was Asian. Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I just said right there? Oh, and I swear to God, the entire crowd, because it was at Cal State Dominguez Hills, and the entire crowd was, pretty much all black people. And he came out, and I swear to God, for about 10 seconds, everybody just stopped talking. Everybody stopped and just looked at the stage. And he was like, I'm Theo. And everybody was like, okay. And then that was it. That was it. But nobody knew that he was Asian. Nobody. One of those things. One of those things. Now, fast forward. Theo paved the way for DJ Icy Ice to come do his thing. We'd like to thank Theo. I built a statue outside of my house to represent. This is going to go bad. It's one of those mornings. It is one of those mornings. So before I bring him on real quick, it's 10:03. I am going to bring him on. A couple of things to note. We are changing the schedule a little bit here. Changing the schedule. We are still doing Tuesday through Thursday. No, I lied. We're not doing that. We are going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Mondays, 9:30. Thursdays, 9:30. Wednesday, we are doing 12 o'clock. We're changing up Wednesday. So we're going to do a late afternoon show. Well, for most people, for all DJs, it's pretty much morning. But we're doing a 12 o'clock show because I don't want to intersect with my boys' Tweak Music Tips like we're doing right now. So we're going to pull off Tuesday completely, do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Wednesday I want to use for some of those late sleeper guys, the late sleeper DJs, if I want to bring them on that won't get up at 9 in the morning. So we're going to do that for them. Okay. DJ Bankai. Maybe I'm lying a little bit. Maybe I don't have a statue out front. Maybe I won't do this on Tuesday anymore. And it's a shortened week because it is, obviously Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of people don't realize that it is Thanksgiving this week because we don't do anything anymore. All we do is stream and eat and watch a little Netflix. Like that's it. But yes, this Thursday we do have Thanksgiving. Unbelievable that we have Thanksgiving. I'm going to keep saying that because I don't think people really grasp what I'm saying. It's almost Thanksgiving and we are still in quarantine. Do you get what I'm saying? We are still in quarantine. We went in March. Oh man, we got problems. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to bring in my man and, I got to start my one of these days I'm going to remember to put up my banner so you guys all know the drill. Like I said, new station, new channel, got to work with these new things. I don't love the black. I don't love that it's white here. I want to be able to see it in black because it's easier to read when it's in black. But enough about me. Enough. Oh, and thank you, Sky Mama, about my dope radio voice. This is just waking up voice. Then the angrier I get, the higher it goes. Yeah, this is going to be a funny thing. Do people wait outside for Black Friday? Are people still going to be shopping for Black Friday? Is that going to happen? It's kind of weird, right? All right. So let's go to my little commercial and then we're going to bring on Icy Ice. So sit tight because I do want to bring out the man. This guy is a legend in the DJ world, well respected and deservedly so. So I'm going to bring him out. But first, a little bit of a commercial for you. So enjoy while we set this up. Okay, look, I know you think this is a little weird that we're sitting here talking and I just left and I was in a completely different outfit. Well, that's future me. I'm past me. So what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about while they're setting up for this next guest that's coming on, and I'm sure they're going to be dope, but I want to talk to you a little bit about ways to support the channel. You see, there's a lot of work that goes into this channel, and the only way to keep it going, the only way to keep bringing on new people and upgrading the sets and upgrading the intros is by you supporting me. So here's a couple of ways that you can support me, and I'm not sure that a lot of you know this. If you're new to Twitch, you want to look down right here. There's a little subscribe button. That's the easiest way to support me. It's like $5. It's like buying me a cup of coffee. If we're at the bar, you're buying me a beer. If you're feeling a little more generous, maybe you want to gift somebody a free sub. If you are a Prime member, you can use your Prime membership. You get one per month. You can use that on me. It doesn't cost you anything. Now, if you're sitting there on the YouTube side, you can also hit that membership button right there, or you can give me a super chat and then send me off a tip. Look, I know that times are tough, money's tough, and I know that what I'm asking for some of you people might be a little too difficult. So there are other ways that you can help the channel. You can host the stream, share the stream. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, share the stream to everybody. Get the word out. That's the easiest way to help me out, and that doesn't cost you a dime. Those are just a couple of ways that you can do this. I think they're coming back, so I need to get out of here. Just remember what I said. We'll see you soon. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the world famous DJ Icy Ice in the house. Can you hear me, pal?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
What's up, Cleveland? How you doing?
There we go. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm still working
you sound
through.
tired, man.
I'm
You're
still working.
fumbling a lot of stuff this morning.
I'm about to break stuff. I am a little tired. I'm still working through life. You know, I had to shoot a video yesterday. Got to get some content up for YouTube, and I'm working on some stuff for what am I working on for Serato? So I'm working on some Serato stuff, and it's just life, man. There's not enough time in the day.
That's what it's
and I'm
about,
trying to work
though,
out
man.
again.
That's what it's about.
I'm trying to work
though.
out, and working out sucks when you're first starting out again. So I'm a little tired from the workout. Started cycling again, and so that's my life. But
Hey, well, that's why we have this, right? That's why we got the coffee.
you know, it's funny. This is fake. This is like a prop. There's
Oh, that's
coffee
fake?
in
Oh,
here.
man, I got the real deal in
Well-
here, man.
There's coffee in here, but it is decaf. I can't drink
Okay.
caffeine. I'm allergic to caffeine. So I don't have any pick me up juice. I have to just get up on my own. That's life.
I hear you.
That's life.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, some people get older and they can't eat like spicy foods. I can't drink caffeine. Anything. Sucks. That was a hard month for me when I found out that I was allergic to caffeine, because I wasn't always allergic to
dang.
caffeine. Yeah. And
You're
I
allergic?
remember allergic. And I remember because it was October, and the guy's like, yeah, you got to stop drinking coffee. So I stopped. But it was that same month I had events every Saturday. But that Friday, I had an event that Friday night. I had an event Saturday morning, Saturday night, and then Sunday I had like one of those mud runs at like 4 a.m. I had to be there at 4 a.m. I never felt so tired in my life. Like, I get sleep deprivation, but I don't know how I made it through the day. It was hard. It was a hard day for me.
Damn.
Hard.
I'm just gonna nickname you the Cleveland the Iron Man Terry, man.
Been there, done all of that. Been there, done all of that. So a little bit of a room check here. One more time. We got Mighty Rel in the house. We got the Snapback crew. I've seen a lot of you guys popping up. Neely Willie in the house. DJ Jano, DJ Paris Paul. What's going on? See, I see Paris Paul talking trash already. I didn't overdose.
Yeah, shouts to Eveready, B Stang,
Gene Hove. Fix it, Gene.
the party animal, Gene Hove.
Oh, man. See, I just moved over to StreamYards. I was on Restream for the longest time. So I moved over to StreamYards, and I've noticed, look, the emotes come through. That didn't come through on the other one. So I'm already happy. A little bit, even though I feel a
Hey, it
little
looks
dark.
good. It looks real good.
I feel dark. Do I look dark? I look like I'm dark. Hold on.
Nah, you're
See
good.
if I can turn this on. All right. So enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about you. Now, Alpha Music in the house, Jetpack Bags in the house. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out
Jetpack
today.
Bags. What up?
Jetpack Bags. I always got to represent when they come on, but my bag's all the way over there. So, so Ice, you have been DJing for how long would you say?
Many, many moons. A long time. A
long time. Gotcha.
Been blessed to be able to do this for a long time.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize that there are a lot of fantastic DJs out there that are working at an office or working, selling real estate now because it's not something that they could do for their entire lives.
Yeah, I hear that.
But you've been able to like make a career out of this. And do you do other things besides DJing, by the way?
I'm sorry. The question was, do
you do other things besides DJing?
Well, in terms of career, no. DJing is what I do for my career. This is my source of income. This is how I support my family. This is all I do. This is all I know how to do. I really haven't worked a job. I mean, like if you want to call, being a marketing manager for Rock the Bells, that's
Gotcha.
My last job was maybe 15 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
But even before that, my last job was working at United Artists Theater. Man, my first job.
Oh, the movie
as a
theater,
teenager.
the UA.
But besides that, I've just been DJing all my life, from teenage all the way till today.
Now, okay, so this is your livelihood. This is how you fund and live. How has I ask every DJ this? How has COVID affected you?
So yeah, COVID has been tough on the whole DJ community. It's been tough because all our events, all our livelihood, all our way of just being able to play and perform and just entertain people is just out the window, man. This COVID is shutting down. We've been in, just like you were saying, since March, and it looks like the way it looks like, man, Newsom is shutting down the whole state again, and looks like we're going to be in this even longer. So it's affected, everything that I do. It's affected my source of income. I've been hurting, man. But it's also been a positive effect, man, because now we were all forced to jump on a medium like this, like Twitch, and just create a whole new thing and play for a whole new audience. So it's been bad, but it's also been very good.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's opened up a lot of opportunities for a lot of people, especially people that didn't really think that this was something that you could even do. I mean, before Twitch, I don't know about you, but a lot of people were DJing just because they needed to scratch that itch, that DJ itch.
Yeah.
But I don't think that anybody thought that they could make money doing it. This is a new thing. This whole, oh wow, I can DJ and actually earn a living. Like that's almost unheard of when you think about it. So
yeah.
What do you you didn't move over immediately to Twitch. Like this was kind of you were a little, I don't want to say slow to the game, but you took a little time to move over. You guys were, I think you were IGN and maybe a little bit of Facebook. And what made you decide to move over to Twitch?
Okay, so we were, as a crew, as Snapback, we were heavily doing IG.
Yes.
Man, D Nice kind of just set the standard for all of us. We all kind of followed it, and then with Snapback, we just doubled down on it, man. We were doing 2-3 streams a day on IG. So lunchtime, 8 o'clock, and then super late night. We were just we were tripling down on it, man.
Right.
And then so when the Twitch thing started to happen, and then the music rights and all that was starting to cut all our streams, we were just like, what do we do? Half the crew was divided because, guys like B-Stang and guys like Verse were like pioneering the Twitch side, and they were like, yo, we need to go over to Twitch, man. It's way more better over here. Whereas the rest of the crew, we're like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the move, man. You know, like we said, let's stay on IG till the wheels fall off.
Hmm.
But we eventually made the move, and man, it's been such a good move. It's been really cool for the crew. It's been really cool in terms of what we've been doing, and yeah, man. I mean, we just learned overall that this whole platform of Twitch has just been amazing.
Yeah, it's interesting too because it seems like the people, the snapback crew who were the most resistant are the ones that are like doing the most right now. Because they're just like, because there's you, there's DJ Remark, but the people that are like, and obviously versus is kind of his own entity, the way he runs things. But like, your numbers have been really, really good, just overall. And
Hey.
what do you, for the people out there, because obviously we have a lot of Twitch people out here, and a lot of people aren't in the same situation that you're at. That's doing 100 to 160 to 200 people on a given stream. What would you say is maybe the reasoning that you seem to be pulling so many people to your streams?
I don't know. I don't know if I can pinpoint any one reason, but I think what's worked for us is that we've just been having fun. We've just been having
Hmm.
fun with it. And then everybody's natural personalities. So like we have our snapback streams at 12 noon every day, but then each and every member has their own streams, and we all stream at different times of the day. So yeah, someone like Remark, he's in the afternoons. He's killing it, man. He's pulling the
Hmm.
most
He
numbers
really
out of
is.
all of us. He's like the Twitch star out of all of
Yeah.
us, man.
Hmm.
And then you got someone like like Gene Hove, in the mornings, the horny mornings or whatever.
Is
And
that
he's
what he's
just
calling it
killing
now?
it.
The horny mornings?
I don't know what he calls it, man. He's just the horny hove, man. But he's pulling all the ladies, and he's the Mac, man. He's just killing it, man. And then you got someone like Beastang with the jokes, and like
Yeah.
so. I think we've all been just kind of having our fun with it. And then shouts to Paris Paul, man. Like we were loving that red couch, and he killed that red couch and got rid of it, man. So
Not the same,
man,
right? It's not the same.
it's not the same. Your
Not the
stream's
same.
not the same, Paris.
I stopped.
No,
I stopped
I'm just
watching the
saying,
day
like,
he moved his couch. The day he moved, I was like, I'm done.
the day you moved it, man, that happy face couch emote, man, that was it, man. Your streams haven't been the same, Paris.
He
No, but okay,
Paris
yeah,
has
back
like
to my
sophomore
point,
edge.
man. We've just
Yeah.
been having fun with it as a crew. We've just been also just letting our natural personalities come out and just
Hmm.
interacting the way we would, We would all
Yeah.
just interact naturally, have fun with the crowd. So yeah, for everyone that's just kind of getting into it, man, just be yourselves. Just have fun with it. Don't worry about numbers. Don't worry about, how many people you're DJing for, man. You just build your crowd organically. Kind of like Cleveland
Hmm.
Terry with his YouTube videos, man. Like, you weren't worried about numbers. You weren't worried about
No.
pulling sponsors or any of that stuff. You just did it. You did it for the fun, for the love, and here you are, man. You're sponsored. You're the YouTube king in terms of instructional videos, man. So
I'm
just have
I'm
fun
one
with
of
it.
them. Thank you. Um,
Hey
wait,
man,
what is he
when
saying?
you're getting free gear, and the rest of us have to pay for our gear, hey,
Fair enough.
you're the king.
Fair enough.
You're
Fair
the
enough.
king.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But I think you stumbled on 2 points. First of all, as you said, I think a lot of people don't know how to be themselves when they first get on Twitch. Everybody grabs at references. Okay, what should I be doing when I move over to Twitch? And they start looking at other people. Okay, I kind of like what he's doing. And then they start emulating these people, and then that's who they become. And then people can see through a carbon copy. They can see through clones. And I think that at a certain point, you have to realize, okay, I can't be this person. I have to be myself. And once you're yourself, I think it opens the door. Beastang, I think, is a perfect example because
Yeah.
he's so. You have to understand the way Beastang works. His dry sense of humor, like just his
The
dad
dad
jokes. Yeah, like everything about him is just okay. That's Beastang. And once you understand that, it's so fun, you know.
Yeah,
So I think you
so
have.
with something with
Mhm.
Beastang, like, yeah, man, he's so entertaining to watch because he's got the crazy visuals, he's got the
Yes.
dad jokes going, he's interacting, like it's so fun to be in his rooms, and then he's got all the sound effects and
Hmm.
his drops and all of that stuff, man. But for someone that's just beginning, man, we all can't be DJ Beastang. I'm not even DJ Beastang. I don't have a green screen or any of that. I
No,
just
but you
DJ
got
from my
4,000
room.
records.
Yeah, I just DJ from my room. I have fun with it, and I do it the way I do it. But that's what I'm saying with anyone that's just getting into it, or you're looking at Beastang and you're feeling intimidated because he's got so much going on. Nah, man, just
Hmm.
be yourself, do you, and just don't worry about the crazy technical stuff. This whole Twitch thing is very technical, but
It
you
really
just
is.
get it one piece at a time. You understand it, you learn it. I'm not the most techie person, but one of my very good friends, Gene Hove, man, he's my tech savior, man. Fix it, Gene.
Fix it, Gene. Fix it, Gene.
Fix it,
If you
Gene.
have those fix it, Gene emotes, throw them in there. Throw them in
Yeah,
there.
fix it, Gene, man.
Um,
Put it up in the chats, yeah.
yeah,
Or
and in case you didn't
horny
know,
or
like,
whatever.
see that whole backscreen, all these records and all this stuff that he has. This isn't even real. This is all. This is all. It's all green screen right there. Everything
Yeah,
you
no,
see is green
all
screen there.
this, yeah, I bought these stand-ups online, like on Amazon, man. These are just prop
Now,
ups right here.
here's the question: how do I make you full screen in here, even if I
I
wanted
know
to?
you just giving me my little square there,
Oh wait, hold on.
opposite way. There you go.
Yeah, but that's not right. Anyway, okay. It is. Oh wait, that's full
Okay, there you
size.
go.
But I don't know how
There
to
you
make you.
go.
I don't know how to put you front and center.
It's all good.
Anyway, yeah, it's all good. I'll learn as I go. The other one had just a normal button. Okay, so and then the second part, ever ready in the house. I see you, fam. And then
Ever ready.
the
Hollow,
second
hollow,
thing that
holla.
I think is important is that yeah, I tried to slide him over. It's not working. The second thing that I think is really important is that you have, first off, you have two crews. You have the Beatjunkies, which we'll talk about, and then you have the Snapback crew. And the Snapback crew kind of exists in this weird bubble where you guys are a team. Everything you do is a team, and you don't really get people kind of moving off on their own. Like, okay, everybody's moving to Twitch. We are all moving to Twitch, and then if something else pops up, we are all moving to that. And I think people need to understand. Thank you, B saying. I think people need to understand that that you guys are all about trying to build one another up. And so you guys use kind of the snapback show as an anchor. Well, you at least to be an anchor. It used to be an anchor until you started doing your 11 o'clock show. And everything kind of pushes from there, So if you want to move somebody up, if you want to build somebody's path to partner up, you put them earlier in the day, so that way they can get their numbers. I don't think people understand how important it is to have kind of a team with you that can support you, because yes, you can do this on your own. Like, I've done a lot of the stuff on my own, and trust me when I say it can be done, but there are easier ways to do it. And having a crew behind you, having a couple of people that can help you get there by rating you, by making sure that everybody knows, like, that is so important. And you guys do it better than anybody, in all honesty.
Oh, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I think, like you're saying, man, it's a team effort. It's all about like helping one another. But we didn't plan it that way. That just
Hmm.
kind of all organically happened. When we were in IG, it was all about Snapback. When we made the move to Twitch, it was all about Snapback. But now that we're all on Twitch and everybody opened up their own pages, then yeah, everybody's trying to build up their pages and get to partner and whatever. But yeah, I mean, if it's if if you're just starting out here on Twitch, then I mean, yeah, it is helpful to have a crew of homies that can help rate each other or support each other and things like that. But even if you don't have something like that, or if you don't have a whole bunch of crews that you can rely on or guys that you can rely on, then I mean, just network
Yeah,
and get to know
networking is
people.
huge.
and
Mm-hmm.
then like organically they see they see that you're streaming and they're finishing up their set. Man, they'll send the raid to you, or they'll give you some
Mm-hmm.
love and try and help you out. I mean, this Twitch community, that's the beautiful thing about this Twitch community is we're all helping out each other, whether you know them or not. There's so many DJs that I've met here on Twitch that I've never known in my life, or I've
Right.
heard about, but I've never even had the opportunity to meet. But yeah, man, this Twitch community, we're all about love, all about helping each other.
And I think that's so important. It really is important. They're asking, has a DJ made partner? Papa Lock, lots of DJs have made partner. Lots of DJs, which is kind of the hypocrisy of Twitch, because technically speaking, and we'll move over to this. Technically speaking, as a DJ playing licensed music, we shouldn't be allowed to be on Twitch because it goes against their own policy. But they're still partnering people. They're not pulling people down. It's just kind of being ignored. Like, don't worry about those guys over there, folks. Just let them do their thing. So I guess my question is, what are your thoughts on this whole DMCA thing? And are you concerned that something could happen, to our cash cow, I guess you would have to call it?
Well, first off, my thoughts on the music industry and their music rights and all of that, man. Man, first off, if it wasn't for DJs and if it wasn't for people supporting your music, you wouldn't have this industry. So,
Yes.
yes, you do have the rights. Artists do have the rights to the music. But man, come on, man. Give some love to the DJs that are breaking your music. Give some love to the community that supports and love hearing your music. I mean, this is crap, man. I would swear, but I got my kids in the other room here. But man, it's BS that they are pulling down music. Ever since we were even on IG, on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, and then here now on Twitch, they're coming down, cracking down hard, flexing their muscles. That man, they could go to hell with that, man. It sucks, man. I hate how they're flexing on the people that have helped and support and keep their music alive. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so
No. I think that's honest right there.
yeah,
You're
they're
probably
whack.
the most honest that I have seen, that I've heard on the show. So thank you. Trek
I
Life
mean,
in the
I
house.
got
What's
I
going
got
on?
awarded plaques by the RIAA, but man, yeah, they could go to hell with all that flexing their muscles on these platforms, man. We're all just trying to be here for each other. We're all trying to support one another. We're here to help heal and bring joy to people's lives, and they're just coming down, cracking down on every platform that we're on, man. So, yeah, they're whack. They could go to hell.
Okay. Okay. And this is morning talk. He hasn't even been drinking. This
Good
is just
morning.
morning.
What's
So,
up, Trek Life in the house?
Yeah. So, by the way, all these people that we're mentioning here, the Remarks, the Evereadys, the Beast Things, make sure you guys are following them, especially follow Ice. Ice puts on a great show. So, make sure you're following everybody in there. Hopefully I got hopefully I have some mods here helping me out. That'd be great. Okay. Tony LeBron says Jeff Bezos is enjoying his 50% from the DJs. He can tie the DMCA. Yeah, he can. But I think people need to understand that I'm not even sure how much at the moment Jeff Bezos even is looking at Twitch. Yes, we
Yeah,
have
this
the
is
deep pockets of Amazon, but that doesn't mean that they're actually giving any of that money to Twitch to fight this. So we might be in a completely we're definitely in a silo. It's not like Amazon's even seeing us right now. I'm sure they're like, okay, Twitch, fix your issue, come up with a plan, and then come back to us. But they're not just going to just throw money at it. And I think that it's doable right now. We already have things like Mixcloud and all these other people that are paying the license fees. So I can't see how it wouldn't be complicated or hard to just set up a licensing system here. It seems like it's a no-brainer.
I wish they would, man. But I guess at the end of the day, all we could do is what we do as DJs. We just control what we can control. Let's just have fun with it. Let's do what we do and bring joy to people's lives and bring happiness through our music and our performance and all of that. And it doesn't matter if this platform gets shut down, then we move on to the next one. If that one gets shut down, then I mean, all we could do is just what we do, and we just keep it moving. That's the
Yeah,
bottom
yeah.
line.
Yeah, and I was going to mention this, but DJ Audio One said it too. The DJ community on Twitch, I wouldn't even say it's 2% of the platform. I think it's less than that, especially when you start to compare not just the amount of DJs, but the actual viewership of DJs compared to the larger ones. You know, a mid tier gamer is doing 30,000 views. So when you think about that, and we're so happy that we're doing 100 people or 150 people, that is nothing, and that's the problem. And I've said this before, because people need to understand that this isn't a Twitch DJ thing. This is a Twitch thing completely, because they have been allowing gamers to play music on their streams since the beginning. And the industry has always said, hey, you need to pay us. This streamer has 80,000 people watching his stream, and our song is in there, so we need to get our money. And Twitch has always ignored them, and they've always argued, well, it's just it's fair use. They're not using it to make any money. It's just in the background. And then the DJs come on, and we're like, nope, this is exactly what we're using this music for. So I think we've actually potentially opened the door a little bit for them going after Twitch. But Twitch needed to solve this problem well before we came on, well before. So I think it'll get worked out. I just don't know exactly when and how. That's the question. But there are other people out there, and I think somebody mentioned about Mixcloud. What did they say about Mixcloud? I might have missed that one. Oh, LeBron. But have you seen Mixcloud's payout model? The reason that nobody's moving to Mixcloud is because Mixcloud doesn't have a real model. They have a subscription, which is fine, but there's no bits. They're trying to do this kind of buy tickets thing, and nobody wants to sell tickets to their streams, unless you're somebody huge. That's just not reality for a lot of us DJs out there.
Hey, I'll be real, man. I mean, one of the reasons why we haven't made the full move over to Mixcloud, I've dabbled in it. I've tried it a few times, but man, there's just no. It doesn't feel like there's a real audience there. It feels like you're just DJing for yourself. Like,
Yes.
you could be DJing, and then you say, like, you try to interact and ask a question. There's no response.
Hello.
Yeah, it's like you're DJing in your own room for nobody, man. At least on a platform like Twitch, you see the chat room lit. You just see people's interaction. You ask a question, they're responding right away. So
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing with Mixcloud is people will click in, they'll check you out for a second, and then they're gone, and it still counts as a view.
Yep. Yeah, accumulated total.
You don't have a
It's
real-time
horrible.
number of who's in
Yeah,
that room.
if I didn't know how many people were on my stream right now, I'd be going crazy. It's just you need we're not really concerned with the numbers, but you need the numbers as reference stuff, because the numbers represent a lot more than just, oh, look, there's all these people on the stream. It's also the amount of interaction you have and all these other things. So it's important that you have both.
Hey, man, if you're DJing in a bar and it's only 50 people in the bar, you're DJing for 50 people, and you're trying to play some music that appeal to that 50 people. Or if you're playing for 2 people, whatever, man. But yeah, like in Twitch, you see that number, and then you're just trying to entertain and do what you do for that number. On Mixcloud, you don't know what that number is, because it just gives you a ticker of who came into your room, and they like nobody's could be in that room, but it still says 100 people. So
right. Yeah, I actually at one point I made the Mixcloud front page, and then my numbers jumped up to like 30. And this was like real time, 30 people. That's not a lot when you're factoring things. And I was streaming every day. When I do this show, I restream to all of them. So I haven't been streaming the Mixcloud lately. And I know Tony said that they did have that they did have subs. Yes, they have subs, but the interaction, the bits, all these little things are what make Twitch so inviting. You know, it's something that it can't be replaced. It can be copied though. And that's what I don't understand. Why hasn't Mixcloud copied them? It's
Yeah.
you brought out the beta. They brought out the beta, I think April, the streaming beta for Mixcloud. It is now late November, and the only thing that I've seen that they've added is I think you get announcements now. You get announcements when you stream. You can archive your streams into audio clips, not the video, but the audio specifically. But that's about it. The chat's still the same. Everything's still the same. It's just
Yeah.
it seems like they don't have enough money to build their system the way they want to. You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe that might be the case. But yeah, I mean, Twitch has figured it out. They figured out how to interact, how to monetize, how to make it fun and interactive for the DJs and the streamers and performers. So yeah, I don't understand why other people have not copied that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
man, it's all good. I mean, we
Yeah.
have
Well, yeah,
we have
we'll
Twitch
see
right
what we
now,
see.
and Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch is
working.
here, and this is where we're at, man.
Yeah. Tony, I don't know. I haven't been on in a couple of weeks. So if they do have the viewer count now, that's great. Still doesn't help Mixcloud though, because it's not just about the viewer count. You know that. It's about the community, and DJs need
Community.
people.
It's all
Yeah,
about community.
we need people to give us feedback for what we're doing. If I didn't care about feedback, I just make a mixtape and then just upload it and be done with it. But if I'm live DJing, I need to have people on my stream, or I'm not having any fun, which then reflects the way I DJ, because then I don't care, and it's all this big circle. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm sure you could imagine if, like, let's say you were doing, 150 people, and all of a sudden you drop down to 5. You'd still be DJing, but it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, I mean, the appeal for DJing is, yes, you love the art of DJing. You love, being able to control music and manipulate it and remix it on the spot and perform it. I mean,
Yes.
performing it for a live audience, whether it's a small party, a house party, or bar mitzvah, or a wedding, or a big nightclub, or a huge festival, you want that people interaction, man. And right now
Yeah.
in the streaming world, our people interaction is that chat room. We can't physically see them unless you're Remark and you have Discord all up in your screen and you see the people actually in there, man. But yeah, you don't have that interaction with people except for that chat, man. So yeah, it's important, man. It's important to be able to perform, get some feedback, like you're saying, Cleveland, and it just makes it more fun. And that's the whole point of DJing. It's got to be fun.
Yeah, and G-Funk Mix said support the platform that cares about DJs. I am gonna give a counter. I'm gonna say the platform should support DJs and listen to what we need in order to get us over there. Just because you support something doesn't mean that everybody should just move over. I mean, that's the same thing for anything. It's like, yeah, we're supporting you, but you're not providing us anything that we can use. Therefore, why would we come over? Just because it's like for me, a black-owned business that doesn't sell anything but 99-cent crap, and they're like, support us. Like, I can't. You're not offering me anything.
Yeah.
So this is the way we have to do it. And I don't disagree. If Mixcloud can fix their system, I will be the first one pushing it left and right. Like, hey guys, it's legit now. Everybody move over before. But until they do that, they know the issues. We've been complaining about the issues. And DJs need to make money. We have been without work since March.
Yeah.
This isn't about supporting now. This is about feeding your family. And if Twitch is the channel that's feeding my family, I'm staying on Twitch until they tell me I can't. And then I'll move over to Mixcloud. But Mixcloud should understand that. As a DJ supporter, they should understand that. Okay, enough about my rant. All right, so, it's funny. I tried to get one of your snapback guys on to talk a little bit about snapback. We're not going to say his name. Let's
Okay.
just say he's not on here right now. But he didn't want to come on. So maybe you can kind of explain a little bit about what snapback is. So because people see the stream, they're like, I don't understand what exactly is it? And you've moved beyond clubs, so now you have this it's a brand. So what exactly is snapback?
Okay, so in a nutshell, Snapback is a crew. We are a crew of DJs, just like the Beatjunkies, just like any of your DJ crews that you're a part of. We're a crew. This crew of DJs used to do physical clubs. We started in North Hollywood, then we moved into Long Beach, then we were doing Los Angeles, and then Vegas recently with Stang. And this crew would do these clubs on a weekly basis. Now, Snapback started 8 years ago. About 8 years
Wow.
ago, we were doing clubs on a weekly basis. Started 8 years ago, and it was at a time when EDM was at the height
Okay.
of its, like just you everywhere. You couldn't do a club, you couldn't do a bar, you couldn't do a wedding, you couldn't do anything without having to play EDM. And the whole thing with Snapback is this crew of guys, we were just like, yo, we want to start a venue where we could play our stuff. And, kind of like what the do-over was, or is, oh, yeah, was. And kind of like, yeah, just, it was that whole thing where we just wanted to be able to play music that we enjoy, that we grew up to, that wasn't EDM. And
Yeah.
so that's how Snapback was born. It was just all about just music from the past. Now it was focused on 90s music, but as we're in the 2020s now, yeah, we're moving into the 2000s. But yeah, we play all ranges of music. Snapback is just a heritage club that we just love to play music from the back, from way back. So Snapback, that's us.
It's interesting too. It kind of reminds me of, as you said, you're moving to a little bit of the newer music. You were staying on 90s, but now moving to the 2000s. It reminds me of anybody listen to the Wave on the radio? They played like
Well, if you're in Los
slow.
Angeles, if you're
Yeah, in
Los
Los
Angeles,
Angeles, they played like slow. No, not the Wave. I'm sorry. No, it was the what was it? The classic rock 50s 60s channel. It was
oh,
big for a while.
K Earth 101.
K Earth 101, yes. And so you would listen to, your Chubby Checkers and your Twist and all that stuff. And then one day you turn on K Earth and it's all of a sudden they're playing like Motown Philly. You're like, what the hell happened to K Earth? Because they have to move.
They have to move with their audience. So yeah, when
Right.
we were young, when we were younger, uh, when we were younger, yeah, it was all 50s and 60s music. And then as we were growing, yeah, it turned into 70s. And next thing you know, they're playing Madonna and all that. And then even now recently, they're playing Motown Philly Boys to Men and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a sign of the times of them. They're known as
Yeah.
the oldie station, but oldies has to move up also with the audience. So yeah.
Oh man,
And
I
I think
need to
that's
stay the
that's
same
a
way.
good lesson for DJs too, though. Like, yeah, DJs study all your music from all the decades, but man, you got to know your audience, man. You got to know who you're playing for. You got to know, what their likes were in that time period or whatever. So it's all about knowing your audience and being able to play for them.
Yeah, and you are you obviously you play. You're a scratch. Would you consider yourself a scratch DJ?
I mean, I love to scratch. I can't say that I'm a scratch DJ because there's so many dope scratch DJs out there that'll kill me. They'll kill me on the ones and twos. But I love to scratch. I love to incorporate it into my sets. I am a turntablist, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, we're all DJs. We're all DJs. We all love music, period. But yeah, if and you incorporate any kind of turntablist stuff from scratching to doing doubles or beat juggling or things like that, then yeah, man. I mean, it's all the art. It's all part of DJing.
Yeah, gotcha. That's funny. The grocery store plays the best music now. She's not wrong. She's not wrong at all.
Hey, Dodger Mom, you hit that right on the head, though. Yeah, the grocery stores, man. I was at Trader Joe's the other day, man. They're just playing some cool hip hop, and I was like, this Trader
There-
Joe's?
There's nothing worse because I don't know about you, but I'm the Shazam guy. I will Shazam anywhere and everywhere I am. I probably look like the dumbest dude. Where I'm literally in the middle of like the produce aisle with my phone up trying to catch the song. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? We
Hey,
got we
you
got
gotta
we
do
got
what you
fans
gotta
to
do,
get
man.
home to.
I've been there, done
Wait
that
a minute,
too, man.
Eveready, did you say Target plays Pete Rock and CL Smooth? I gotta go to your Target, man. That's
Hey,
dope.
man, that's that Valley Target right there, man. The Valley.
So now you are in the world famous Beat Junkies crew. Can you talk a little bit about that? Where you got started, how it came to be, and also do you ever teach or work at the school?
Okay, so to answer your first question, the Junkies is a crew of homies
Mm-hmm.
started back in the 90s, 92. And yeah, it started basically with Curse and, well, with J Rock and Curse meeting. And then one day they just said, let's form a crew. Everybody was all part of different crews before, but they said,
Mm-hmm.
let's start our own crew of just the homies. And so that's how the Beat Junkies came about. It started in Cerritos, which is in Orange County. J Rock was living in deep Orange County. Curse was living out of Cerritos. But yeah, we all claim Cerritos because that's where majority of the members originated from. I'm from Carson, which isn't too far from Cerritos, but yeah, it was just a bunch of homies came together, and what made it special and unique was all the guys had their specialties. Like
Yeah.
we were kind of like the Wu-Tang clan of DJs. So there were battle DJs, there were mobile DJs, there were club DJs, there was producers, there was every aspect. And then we got on the radio and then doing shows, touring, all of that stuff. So yeah, man, the crew has been able to, you know, manage to stay together all this time, and then yeah, up to this point now, there is the Beat Junkie Institute of Sound,
Mm-hmm.
and you were asking, do I teach? No, I don't teach. I think I live very far from the school, and back when we were
they're
physically going
Pasadena,
to the
right?
school, I opted not to teach because I just didn't want to make that drive on daily, man.
I got you. I got you. And look, as far as schools go, I haven't been to the school yet. I've been kind of rapping with Mr. Chalk because I'm trying to get him on the show. But I want to see the school because it looks like amazing. Especially if you remember where we all probably came from, which was, Scratch Academy. A lot of people, came from there or at least took a couple of classes here and there. And it was just like a little hole in the wall basement. I mean, in all honesty, if anybody knows about Scratch Academy, it's like the smallest place you'll ever see.
Hey
They do a
man,
really good
much
job
much
of
love to
making it look
Scratch
bigger.
Academy though, man. Much love to Scratch Academy. They paved the way here on the West
Oh
Coast. Jam
yes,
Master Jay, rest in
100%.
peace, man. He paved the way up there in New York. But yeah, Scratch Academy uh, over there on the West Side, they produced a lot of dope DJs that are out
They
there.
really
So
have.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and
Much love
even
and
even
respect.
Paris went there.
What's that?
I said even Paris went there. Paris
Big
graduated.
ups, Paris
Paris
Paul,
is
the
an
Red
alumni.
Couch King.
Yeah, he's an alumni. Him, I think Dazzler is an alumni. DJ Dazzler.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, if you take the time to learn and actually like focus on it, you can really turn into a good DJ. But I mean, even Paris will tell you that you can go, it's just like going to school. You go to school, you learn, and then you're like, okay, I'm a DJ now. And then you get out in the real world, you're like, oh, I gotta change some things up. I gotta develop my own sound. I gotta do all these different types of things. And then over a couple more years, you can actually consider yourself to be like a DJ. You know,
Man,
um,
yeah, a lot of these a lot of you DJs, man, you don't understand how good you have it right now, man, because you have
mhm.
schools and institutes like Scratch Academy, like the Beat Junkie iOS, and academics and all these different schools that are out there. But then you also have YouTube. We never had
Yes.
YouTube. We never had YouTube, man. We just worked. We just learned in a garage from each other, or you listened. You listened to
Hmm.
records or tapes or CDs of
Right.
other DJs and try and figure out what they were doing,
Yeah.
man.
Just try to copy the sound. Exactly.
But
Yeah.
like you were
Yeah.
saying, like you were saying, Cleveland, like the whole thing with going to school. Yes, you can go to the school, you learn the techniques, you graduate, you become a DJ. But then, yeah, man, just like anyone going to college, you graduate. It
Yeah.
doesn't automatically make you that profession. You have to go out
Right.
and become that. You have to go out and make it happen. You have to go put in the work, and then build toward that career. So
Yeah.
just like anybody doing a profession, going to college or going to a trade school and becoming that, just like you go to any of these DJ schools, you learn the techniques, you learn the fundamentals, but then once you learn, man, you got to put in the work and you got to do all the stuff to actually earn a living, to actually make some income, or to
Hmm.
actually feed your family off of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And it can be tough, just like anything else. I mean, I learned, just like you, from your boy or whatever, and
Yeah.
you learn how you learn. They could be teaching you completely wrong, but they were there before you, so they must know what they're talking about. And
Hey.
I learned some bad habits and techniques when I was starting out. And to be honest with you, up until YouTube, there were several things where I was like, oh, I've been doing this wrong the whole time. So it's kind of forced you to step back a little bit. But once you learn, you learn. It's who you are. I mean, I always use Bella as a perfect example.
Uh-huh.
Bella Fiasco scratches in my mind backwards.
She does.
But yeah, but it works for her, and it's what
It
she
works
does
for
now,
her.
and you can't teach her any different now. That's how she learned. So it is what it is. If you can get your sound going, and it's like people that scratch, in reverse. It's who they are, and that
Yeah.
you can't change that now.
Hey,
So
man. But
more
yeah,
more power to them.
like we've said earlier, man. Do you do what
Yeah.
works for you? What feels comfortable for you? You like to scratch backwards. I mean, Hubert, all these guys that do hamster scratches, man. I mean,
Hmm.
that's comfortable for them, and that's what works for them. So it's all good, man. It's all DJing, but it's a matter of
Oh,
like, how do you make a name for yourself? How do you market yourself? How do you get yourself out there? All of that stuff, man.
mhm.
That all comes into play on top of the skill.
By the way, I need to shout out Boom Bap Kids. If they're still in the house, I saw them
Boom
in the
Bap
chat.
Kids,
What's going
yo.
on, fam? Good to see you.
Boom
We're
Bap
still setting that
Kids,
up. I haven't forgot.
one of the
I will
illest
never
shows
forget.
on Twitch.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about it, because you did the show. What was it like? I mean, don't
I
spill
can't give
the
their secrets out, man. But
exactly.
yo, you watch their show, it's amazing, man. They are like the hip hop version of the Muppet Show, man.
Right.
And they're
Facts.
all rhyming, and they're all like yeah, they're all rhyming and DJing, all nothing but boom bap hip hop music, man. So it's dope. You guys got to check them out. I think they're on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10
Fridays, right?
p.m.
Friday nights.
10:30 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Yeah.
yeah they had Kid Cut Up on last Friday. So
Uh huh.
yeah. Yeah. All my guys are getting on. That's just a hint, guys. That's a hint. I'm
Hitting
not
on, huh?
saying it's me,
Hitting.
but all right. So let's see here. Oh, you got to get on your show soon, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I start at 11.
You started at 11. Okay. So for anybody that was wondering, we are not so much ending the show earlier, but as far as the guest is concerned, because he has an 11 o'clock show. So we're gonna raid Icy Ice and hang out with them there and support him there. So make sure you guys stay on board when we do the raid, because like I said, Ice puts on a great show. I want to say Ice is the king of Prince
King.
knowledge. Prince knowledge. I don't think there's
Nah, I can't say I'm the
anybody
king.
out there that's better. No, man. You not only do you know Prince, but you have all the vinyl to prove it. And that's something a lot of people can't say.
I've been collecting a
Like,
lot of Prince over the years, man. Yeah, he's one of my all-time favorite artists. Man, and I even named my Doberman Pinscher after him, Prince.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, no, yeah, I love his music, and but I say the king. I give it to Philip and Buito, man. One of the homies. He
Really?
he he worked for Motown Records back in the day, Atlantic Records. My Filipino brother, Philip and Buito, man. He's the king. He's the king of Prince. That's why they
Interesting.
call him Baby Prince.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Boogie BLA, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
What up, Boogie?
That's that.
That's
By the way,
Booganova right there, man.
yeah, yeah.
Booganova with the ladies.
If you guys need super dope logos, that's your man right there. That's your man.
No, don't go to Boog, man. He's too busy now. He's too busy.
I
He,
knew
he
that was
ain't even
coming.
getting our emotes done, or I've been asking for an overlay for months, and Boogie's too busy for us, man. So don't go to Boog, man. He don't need more work.
I was like, hey, I need to wake up in Cleveland. I need you to modify my Cleveland Terry logo. He's like, yeah, that sounds dope. I got that. That's easy to do. That was like 5 months ago.
Hey, but then again, we're going back into quarantine, so I know Boog put out his best work when we were in quarantine, man. So
Oh, there you go.
hey, maybe Boogie will knock out all the work that you send to him, man. So okay, go to my man Boog. He'll knock it out. After all the snapback guys, though.
There you go. So, but when we weren't in quarantine, your livelihood was DJing, but was it private events? Was it corporate? I mean, what were you doing? Was it just clubs?
It was a mix. It was a mixture.
Okay.
I know like there's a lot of DJs that like to focus on just events or wedding DJing or something like that. They pay well. And then there's guys that will only do clubs. But I was one that just loved to do it all. I love to do clubs, so hence Snapback and all the clubs that we were doing. And then
Right.
yeah, I still DJ'd weddings, so I'm not part of any wedding company or anything like that, man. It's just friends and friends of friends that were asking me to do weddings, but I'd still do them, man. And then I still travel and tour and perform in different whatever, and I love it all. I love it all. But yeah, I was also doing a lot of corporate stuff, so conferences, conventions, and then even in this pandemic right now, what's paying the bills is yeah, Twitch, but I'm also doing a lot of corporate stuff. I'm still doing
Oh, really?
corporate
Oh, you're
stuff
still doing
virtually.
like Zoom stuff and all of that stuff.
A lot, yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think a lot of DJs, especially like the big name DJs, when they kind of disappear, we're like, what happened to that guy? They're always doing corporate. They've all moved over to corporate because corporate pays a lot of money.
pays. Yeah. Corporate pays well. Yeah. Gotta
Yeah.
say that.
Corporate's a good time. I always tell the story about the time when I came out with a bill and she said, you got to raise your rates. We can't hire you with this amount. And I said, I was so confused, but quality is, they have to pay a certain number and they won't pay anything else.
they equate high number to quality, right?
Yeah.
Or they they're used to paying big rates for a certain type of talent, and
Right.
if your number is way down here, they don't equate you as equal to that higher talent that they're used to paying for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you almost
yeah,
want to
man,
come
I
out
mean, that's
higher.
the nice thing with corporate.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, if the budget, like you can just look and go, okay, IBM, Netflix, okay, it's this much. And they'll just go, yeah, that seems about right. Yeah. I mean, we paid
okay, so again,
David Guetta.
101 for all you you DJs that are trying to land these corporate gigs. Man, you got to step up your game, your presentation.
Yes.
You got to speak up. I mean, you got to be able to speak well like Cleveland Terry and proper and speak their lingo. So yeah, man, that's a little 101 on corporate, man. You got to be proper and well spoken like Cleveland Terry.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. This is over time, by the way. You should have heard me 10 years ago.
Oh,
I was
okay.
straight thug. No, I'm kidding. I've always been proper. I don't tell a lot of people this, but I actually had a speech impediment growing up. So
Did you?
I went to speech class.
No way.
Yes, and so after that, like everything that I say now is articulated.
You are very
And
articulate, man.
it is what it is now.
So proper, like so proper.
He speaks so well for a black guy. So I know you got to move on, but I do have one question for you, and then you can hop
Okay.
on over to your stream. it's kind of a deep question.
Oh
What
man,
Filipino time for your
you hit
show,
me with a
Ice?
deep
Uh,
question at the very end, man.
yeah, yeah. I am just curious. Have you felt any real discrimination from being Asian in the DJ world?
Wait. Okay, let me understand your question. You said, "Have
Sure.
I experienced discriminations from Asians?"
No, not from
Is that what you
Asians.
said?
From being an Asian DJ in this
Ah,
industry.
yes, I have. Lots of times, especially in the '90s. Um, One instance, for instance, was I was DJing. Actually, I was going up for a gig at Hollywood High School. And we were, of course, we were all high schoolers at that time. But I was
Hmm.
going up for a gig at Hollywood High School. My crew, Legend Entertainment, we were battling another crew, and it was kind of like a sound clash, sound system. We set up one system on one side of the stage. The other crew set up one on the other side of the stage over there in Hollywood High,
Hmm.
outdoors in the quad area, and then the whole school came out, and then so we played, they played, but the discrimination I got was, and this was coming from other culturally multicultural people, and
Hmm.
they're like, "Oh man, that Asian, that little kid, oh them nerdy kids, man, oh no, man, if it's up to me." And then of course the other DJ was African American.
Hmm.
If I'm going to vote for anybody, I'm voting for the brothers,
Okay, right. Yeah,
that type of thing.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
also I've also experienced it on the music industry end and things like that. I guess you'll have to bring me back on for another show, and I'll get into
I
more detail on that stuff.
Yes, we definitely will bring you back on. You never know how long the shows are going to go or how interesting they take. So we'll have you
I'm,
back on.
I know your shows go a long time. I was watching you with Angie V the other week, and then I did my stream. I got off, and you guys were still going another hour and a half after that, man. So I know your
Don't
streams
blame
go
me. That's
long.
Angie. Angie can talk. The longest one was Kid Cut Up though. That
Really,
one
Kid
went. I
Cut Up?
think Kid Cut Up went until 2:30. I know when
Man,
it's a long time when Paris says, "Hey man, raid me." Like, what do you mean raid you? Oh my God, it's 2 o'clock. Jesus Christ.
all
So,
right. Well, I'm gonna be
but
Paris right now. Hey, man, raid me.
yeah, we got you. We got you. So I'm gonna bring you back because I definitely want to do this. Everybody put the ones in the chat for the men. We're gonna raid Ice in just a minute. So put the ones in the chat for Ice and Ice. Good talking to you,
Press
bro.
one.
Press one. Press one. Good talking to you,
Press
bro.
one
Let
if
me
you're horny.
get to your show and then we're gonna raid him. So Ice, I'm gonna check you off now.
All right, my man.
We'll see you in a minute, pal. All
All
right,
right,
peace
cool.
out.
Thanks, you guys.
All right. All right. Let's see if I got some music here for your enjoyment. There we go. All right. So that was Icy Ice, and Why Aren't You Playing song? Huh. It's one of those days. It's just one of those days today. We'll go without music. I don't need music. Who needs music? Music is for the birds. Uh so normally speaking, on my Serato, I would just have songs playing in the background, but for some reason, there we go. Internal. For some reason, it keeps stopping on me. No reason why. So, for anybody that was asking about, I know somebody said about asking about the go-to Prince music. Um, I mean, that's obvious. If you were going to do any type of Prince music, if what is it? If I Was Your Lover, you could drop, what's another one? Kiss. That's another huge song. Um, Obviously, Erotic City that's the jam. You got to play Erotic City. And, but there's a lot of Prince songs. Everybody says 1999. Yeah, that's a classic. Dove's Cry. Dove's Cry works But I don't always go to Dove's Cry for whatever reason. DJ Everett says Beatsource has created a Prince playlist. There you go. And by the way, if anybody hasn't used Beatsource and is looking for some sort of a streaming platform, Beatsource is the streaming platform for DJs. It is amazing what they do. So you definitely want to follow Beatsource. Pretty affordable too. I think the 10-20 bucks. Yeah, DJ Marty Rose said cream. Yeah, that's not one that I play all the time. Strangely enough. There we go. Tell me that wasn't bizarre. Sometimes things just don't want to work the way they're supposed to work at all. And you sit here and nothing works. The table almost came down. My lighting was too dark. Now I have my room lighting up. It's just one of those days. Serato doesn't want to work for me. Can't win. I cannot win today. But the good news is another day. We won that. We're all here for another day. And we're all going to move forward and we're all going to survive this. I assume. I can say that and then tomorrow, I turn up dead. It is what it is. We're all just energy anyway. Yeah, but a lot of people like me, I'll drop Ballad of Dorothy Parker. That's the kind of Prince fan that I am. That kind of stuff. Or, If I Was Your Girlfriend. Those are my jams. Everybody's got their thing, but I like dark Prince. Not, cream. That's not me. Although, if you've ever listened to anything that I do, I always tend to go to the dark. To the dark, always. DJ Bizon in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, fam. I am DJ Fox in the house. We are going to be raiding our man DJ Ice in just a second. I want to give him a chance to get, acclimated to the world real quick before we send over this raid. So hang out with me for another couple of minutes. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. The real DJ Red in the house. What is going on? And let me bring up my Twitch feed here. Thieves in the Temple. See, I already see where Darth Vader is. Based upon the music that he has said, I know the kind of Prince fan he is. And that's okay. I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all. But I know the Prince. I know what you do. I'm going to say this too. So I have about 100 people on Twitch, and I have 18 or 19 people on YouTube, which is what I wanted. But I'm actually considering just removing YouTube from the equation. I mean, obviously, if I ever become partnered, YouTube's going to have to go away. But for all those people that are on YouTube right now, my suggestion would be to get over to Twitch. Because when it's all said and done, all the real-time interview streams are going to be done on Twitch and not on YouTube. So it's a good idea to make yourself a profile and make sure you're available. Because this is where it is. Once I become partner, what will end up happening is I will do the video live on Twitch, and then I will repost the following day or the next day to YouTube. So you're going to be delayed in some of the information. Diamonds and Pearls. Okay, I'm good with Diamonds and Pearls. DJ Flaves asks, did you have the Mixcloud rep on your show last week? No, I did not. He flaked on me. We're trying to reschedule it because I think it's important. I think he needs to represent what's going on the Mixcloud side. I think it's important. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Do we have Ice on? Let's check him out. He should be on. Yep, I see him on right now. Okay. So cold. So we are going to move over to ice now. And diamonds and pearls get stuck in everybody's head. This is facts. For whatever reason, when you first hear that song, it never leaves. You know? And the video was kind of dope too. Chrissy Forms in the house. What's going on, girl? Good to see you. You know what? I'm okay with Izzy V being your favorite Bowens. I'm good with that. I am. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. He's a good kid though. You know. Hey, and he's making his own way on Twitch. Has nothing to do with me, although I did raid him with quite a lot of people on occasion. But it's not about me. It's about him. But he is a good kid. Until he's not, because he's still a teenager, and teenagers are assholes. So that's just where we live. We live with assholes. But we all have been that kid before. I don't know if he's a good reflection to me when I just called him an asshole. Are you saying that's because of me? Paris, do not say a word. You are not allowed to talk. All right, let's set this raid up. I like Raspberry Beret. All right, let's set this raid up. Icy Ice, there we go. See, Icy Ice, that man just has numbers. He already has 60 people in his stream. 60 people in his stream. He just puts up numbers all day. That's what he does. All right, we're starting up this raid right now. And let's make sure that I'm on this raid. By the way, a little pro tip. Make sure that you are on your phone when you start your raid. Because if you don't start your raid that way, then if you're not subscribed to the person you raided, then you're going to hear a commercial. And all the little good faith that you just put into that raid, you're not even going to hear because you've missed the 30 seconds of the raid. Chrissy Farms, you are definitely late, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna raid ice now. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow it's just me. Like I said, it's Thanksgiving week, so we're taking it easy this time. But we'll do tech questions tomorrow. That'll be a late afternoon one unless I can get somebody on, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all. Let's hit this raid. Enjoy your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Wake up in Cleveland as always every Tuesday. God damn it. I'll get that right. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Peace out, y'all. We'll see you soon. All right, for all you people that are still sticking around, we out.